welcome to day 4 of anger. Now, after that, I told you yesterday that it is usually the self-sacrifice, which makes us feel that we have done so much in a relationship and the other person hasn't given enough, that we really expected to uh, be reciprocated with. And this is one of the very, very common reasons why there is generation of so much of anger. Now stemming from that, coming from self-sacrifice, there is something called as expectations. Now all the terms that I'm telling you right now might seem to you that, oh, these are very common things, we know it all, right? We know it all because someone in the comment just said that, okay, we just know it all, we want the solutions. Now, without understanding this completely, I don't think any solution would matter. Otherwise, as I said in the beginning of these talk series, that so many people have given so many solutions for anger, and we still feel that it has not really worked for us. Why so? Because we have not really understood the basic reasons through which these anger issues are coming in individuals from various sources. And for each one or two are the major ones. Rest others might be a subsidiary. I'd be just a little bit here and there. So now comes expectations. Now it's, we've all seen and heard in all quotes written by the saints and all the wise men around that how wrong it is to have expectations from people. And unfortunately, even I'm going to say the same thing now. When you are looking for solution, this is one of the solutions that I have in mind, or which I know has worked. And trust me, it is not difficult when I'm saying this, because when I'm saying certain things, or maybe when I have decided to come up with this issue now and not before, is something because I've experienced a lot of it myself. And that is the reason I'm able to say these things, just not because it sounds good or just not because that is the ideal way of saying it. So understanding that, not expecting a lot of things from other people. So expectations are very common. Like, say, if I'm especially when I'm doing something from self-sacrificing point of view, I'm expecting that applaud, I'm expecting that appreciation, I'm expecting people to at least give me back what I have done, either in kind or in cash. Cash as in the way that I material gains, or in kind as in the emotional satisfaction. So these are primary expectations which most of the people have whenever they're doing something. So at a subtle level you have it. They're saying, I just did without expectations. But these people, they didn't even have the sense of appreciation. So generally, I keep experiencing this every day. So when I show kindness to my helpers, and they still behave very ruthless at times, of not considering that how much I need their help, and they behave or have the way they have to behave. That is when I feel so irritated, and I get angry at times that, okay, do they even deserve the kindness? Do they even deserve the compassion? Because when they are not showing enough kindness when I need that kindness, when I need that kind of help. And then I realize that, okay, am I really supposed to expect that from them? And this is what puts me into a solution. It gives me a solution straight away. So understand this, you have to start not having expectations by making yourself adapt to this kind of a thinking, that if you could give something, it's because you have it. How would you expect someone to give you something if they would not have had it? So I often have complained from people that they don't show human respect. Often I experience this, that there are people who don't show human respect. So basically, when I see these kind of attitudes, I kind of get lost. I cannot just lost my temper, and I feel this is not done. But then I realize that they don't respect themselves, that they will respect other people. And now when I'm saying this, let me tell you, so those were the days when I was an angry young woman, I would get angry at a drop of a hat. And this, I didn't realize that why was this happening, but there was immense anger I had with my own self. And the very reason that I was extremely rude, I would pick up fights, I would put down other people, is because I didn't respect myself at all. I had a very bad self-esteem. I couldn't respect myself at all. And thus, the inner self of mine never really had any respect for anybody. And thus, the vicious circle goes on. as and when I started understanding myself better, I started accepting myself, and I now at least respect myself for whatever I am. It's very natural for me to show that human respect to other people, because what I realized after lots of introspection was that what I required was me respecting myself. And what every individual craves mostly in their life is that little bit of respect. Not even love, it's a respect, because often we are so critical of ourselves that we lose respect for ourselves, and that is the reason we keep hunting and looking for respect outside. And when we don't get that, we again become angry. So this is how it just goes on. So when if you have given someone enough respect, if you have shown kindness, if you've given someone something out of generosity, and if you haven't got enough reciprocation, which you accordingly should have got, the ideal way of understanding this is that you could give it because you had it. Is this not a good reason? And you were damn it capable of giving it. The other person is extremely unfortunate and incapable of giving you that basic respect, that basic human concern, which you could do, which you could give. So even if you haven't got anything in return, even if you haven't uh, got a reciprocation for that nice gesture of yours, you still could show that generosity was because you had it. You had it in you. And generosity, people, no, it's like I cannot help someone if I don't have enough with me, in abundance with me. So if I had that in abundance, only then I could give it to someone. It's as simple to understand. So these are few things. Also, making a contract with your mind. So there is another way wherein people get angry, which generates out of expectations is, okay, forget people appreciating you, talking good about you, and applauding you, and making you feel all good about yourself. Sometimes the right opposite happens. People put you down. They literally put you down. They kind of mock you, and they kind of try making fun of you. They kind of try making you feel like nobody. And this also creates a lot of anger within. Now, for this kind of reason to get angry, a very beautiful technique is to have a contract with yourself. And that contract is that you just wouldn't let anyone put you down. And that does not mean you go and you know trash that person who has put you down, or you just show that person some stupid lesson by being arrogant, or by being rude, or by being blunt about it. No, all you have to do is you have to just and make yourself, this understanding is going to automatically make you not get affected by all those comments which are putting you down. So basically understanding that, okay, he or she probably doesn't know me, he or she probably is in different mindset, he or she probably genuinely has some misunderstanding about me, or the best and the most important thing, he or she genuinely has a problem with their own selves, and that is the reason it's all coming out on you. These are good enough reasons for you to understand that whoever you are getting angry at for whatever they have been saying or whatever they've been doing is something that they do not have in them. It's not about you, it's about them. And this is a very, 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 very difficult understanding to develop. But trust me, once you develop, you are going to literally be a Zen. And being that Zen is nothing but a sheer peaceful experience. Because I don't know how many of you all have faced this, but let me confess something. So, all those periods and all those times when I have got angry at someone, I have no idea how much I was successful at hurting people, but I just know one thing for sure. I have been in agony even after having giving somebody a very tough verbal fight and putting somebody really down badly. I have had agony myself of behaving so insensitively. And these things were literally torturing me. These things were not letting me live in peace. That is exactly the reason why I started working on myself. It was not because I got a tough lesson in life or something of that sort. I was just understanding that, okay, am I getting pleasure after being angry? And the answer was a clear cut no. So even if when I'm angry, I was successful at maybe scaring people or making people getting getting feared by me. But all those things didn't give me happiness. All those things didn't really give me the kind of peace that I wanted to get. And this is the reason I started understanding that why on in the first place am I getting angry? What is it? And then I realized that there is a problem with myself. It's not with other people. So these are two things which we need to really understand, that expectations which come out because you have given something is definitely not a reason to get angry, because you do have that enough with you to give it to somebody, be it love, be it compassion, be it understanding. Okay, so these are things you have, be it general human respect. It's because you have respect for human beings, only then you can probably respect other people, not otherwise. Pretend, you can only pretend in talking that you respect people, but when it comes to showing in actions, and you even then when you can show respect, that itself means that you have it, you genuinely have respect within you for other people, for humans in general, and that reflects in your actions. And be proud of it. You've got to be proud of it rather than feeling bad about it, that somebody just came, exploited you, and just went away. No, feel proud about it. Just own it up, just own it up. And when someone tries to put you down, understand that, okay, he or she has a problem with themselves. It's not about you, it's about them. So I hope these things help. And let's wait for the last one. And please write to me, how did you find the talk so far? Thank you.
Help Talks are daily health-related talks held at Health Education Library for People, Mumbai, India. For more information visit www.healthlibrary.com. Subscribe to Help Talks channel. Be better informed about your health.